Hi, Prema here, and I am so glad that you've joined me today. Happy New Moon, August 2nd. We have a new moon, and we also have this really beautiful combination of planets called Saraswati Yoga, which is the goddess of knowledge, the goddess of creativity, the goddess of wisdom. And it's when all three of the benefic planets, Jupiter, Mercury, and Venus, all get together at one time in one constellation, which is happening in Leo. So before I jump into that, I want to talk to you a little bit more about this new moon energy because essentially, with the new moon being in Cancer and with the Saraswati Yoga being in Leo, we've got five of the seven planets in two constellations, which really are the royal constellations. They're really the king and the queen. And within us, we all have that masculine, feminine, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, the king and queen, that royalty aspect within ourselves. And so, what this is really calling us to collectively is to stand more in our own noble nature, in our higher selves, in our own inner royalty. And the true essence of that is really your alignment, and for you to stand in and be in your authentic alignment with your higher self and the truth of who you are, and who you're becoming in the world. Who you are is always who you have been and will be. And then there's the journey we're all here on in bringing that out into the world and actually sharing ourselves with others and standing in here for our mission in the world. So this new moon that's happening in Cancer, Cancer is a water sign. It's very fecund. It's active water, meaning like water in the element of being on the shore, where the tidal zone is, where there's so much life. And water is also the quality of our emotional body, our emotional quality. We might think of that more as the feminine, divine feminine aspect of ourselves. And this is for men and for women. Now, the amazing thing about your emotional self, your emotional body, is that it is one of our amazing superpowers when it comes to manifesting, and we're using it all the time, whether we're aware of it or not. So I want to invite you on this new moon to become more aware of your emotional self and cultivating the kinds of emotions that actually bring you more in alignment with your higher nature, who you are. Because let's face it, we could use emotions in a toxic way, and we can use emotions so that not only does it really open and align us, but it does that for others, and in turn does that for the world as well. So the particular part of this of Cancer, this new moon is happening in the Vedic system. We have what we call lunar mansions or nakshatras, and the particular area is called Ashlesha. Now, if you're not interested in all that, that's fine. Let me just break it down into plain English. This is the part. This is the energy of fire and water. And let's face it, fire and water will cancel each other out, will actually cancel each other out. But in balance and in harmony, fire and water is incredible, incredible energy. So I want you to use it in balance. And in fact, it's the Kundalini energy, which is this, expression of spiritual fulfillment, of even, our physical pleasure and fulfillment. And again, that is our birthright and can really inspire others, but needs to be used responsibly. So make sure during this full moon that you are aligning and attuning yourself in going forward, in using your energy in a more balanced way, so that you are resting as much as you are giving out, that you've got that in balance. Okay, let's face it, balance is constant unified movement. It is not a stagnant point. But if you're putting out a lot of activity and you're really working hard in your business and you're really putting your mission out in the world, and you don't have any rest, you are going to burn out. You'll get extinguished. So you want to actually balance that energy out. You also want to make sure the energy that you're giving something to is authentic. It's really authentic, because there can be a lot of energy and expression that is taken on from others. We get, impressioned. We get take on energy impressions from others. You want to make sure you're creating a really good, clean energy footprint in the world as far as your own authentic energy goes. So this is a call to higher alignment, higher attunement, and even more of the authentic and responsible use of your own energy. I'm going to give you a practice for this in just a moment. Before I do, though, let me bring in this other aspect, which is the Saraswati Yoga. So in the Vedic system, when we have yogas, when we have planets come together, they yoke, they create a union. Now this is 3 of the benefic planets. And this is all about, Saraswati is all about your wisdom, deep wisdom, knowledge. And that knowledge in using your mind, but also the creativity that flows through that right brain as well. So you've got, both the left and the right brain, creativity, knowledge, deep wisdom. So if there's something you've been wanting to study, this is the time. So really since July 31st all the way through August 11th, this is a beautiful window of time. So what you're wanting to get to the truth about, and let this studying or let this seeking of more wisdom, or even letting more wisdom bubble up and come through you, be in alignment with your true authentic self. This is about authentic voice, authentic expression, your message, your movement. In fact, I've been working with my On Point Academy, and we've really been digging into purpose, mission, message, and the movement that you're creating in the world. And all that needs to be aligned. And when it is, it'll pull you forward into it. And use your own creativity. Really trust your own creativity. There's a lot of things that have been done in the world, and there's new things bubbling up. It's okay to bring something new, or to gravitate to where it most inspires you. There's most spark, because this is in Leo, and it is fiery, and it is self-expressive. And so we want that quality of inspiration. Now, I also want to invite you, just like I talked about, the energy in Cancer of the new moon could extinguish, okay, that fire and water can extinguish. We want to make sure that you're also, in Leo with this fiery type energy, that you're not putting your authentic self out there to inauthentically want to attract more attention to yourself, that you're on the give. And how do you know if you're on the give? Let's get to the practical part of this. To be aligned with your higher self, to your true nature, if you just align to love, the texture of the universe, if you choose to be aligned more and more with love, then you will not err. Your true nature will come forward. And love is renewable. We don't even have to worry about, how am I going to balance that love? Because the more love you give, the more love you allow come through you in your authentic message and what you're putting out into the world and your mission you're taking a stand for, the more you'll be replenished with love. You'll never run out of energy if you're truly in that love place. So here's what I want to invite you to do for this new moon's practice is I want you to tune into one aspect of yourself that you'd like to bring more in alignment. Not necessarily release, but what's one part of you that you really want to bring into even more alignment? For me right now, it's even more of my authentic voice and really giving what I'm here to serve and inspire you with, really helping you to access the deeper part of you to your own wealth code, your own superpower gifts, and to bring that to you in ways that you can really digest and use, practically make use of. So I'm aligning more and more with that and using this new moon to not assume that you know anything. I do that sometimes. I just assume that you know. And instead, what's really important that I'm taking a stand for and for me to get across to you, I want to take more time to align with myself, to align with it, and to align with the best way to bring it to you. So what's it for you? What is it that you want to align to more so that you're more in your higher nature? So just take a deep breath. Tune in for a moment. You can put your hand on your heart and just really tell yourself the truth. Pause this if you need more time. But what part of your higher nature, your royalty, do you want to live more into? Do you want to be more of? Do you want to bring to the world more of? What part of you, your authentic nature? Maybe it's your voice. Maybe it's your mission that you're taking a stand for. Maybe you need to actually put some more energy into things and call yourself to more presence and more on-purpose energy. Whatever it is for you, identify it, number one. Number two, and P.S., your heart always knows. Number two, what's one inspired action that you can take? Initiate it on this new moon and take forward for this month. That will support you in this alignment to your higher nature. We need you. We need all of you. We need the best of you more than ever in the world right now. So whatever that inspired action is, write it down, post it below this video, because I guarantee you that it'll inspire someone else. And we all need each other's inspiration. We're all in this together. All right. Much love to you. Many blessings. And stay in your authenticity. Step more into it, more fully. Not only are you worth it, but we're all worth it. We need more of you. Blessed be.